Alright guys, TouchGripper here again today, and here we go. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, hope you guys enjoyed the content that's come out over the last week or so. This is a crazy one. So, yesterday was a mad day. Firstly, today, the beta is live on PS4. Karma has already got a nuke in the first few minutes, pretty much, of the game being live. So, incredible stuff. It's playable on PS4 as of right now, as far as I'm aware, wherever you are in the world. So, yeah, hop on with that tonight, or at least I will be. Let's get into what happened last night, because yesterday I finished recording the video about players signing where, and then a couple of my housemates, they had their birthdays going on, so we had a night in, and you know, when everyone left, at like 1 AM or whatever, I checked my phone and I was like, what is going on here, boys? Crazy scenes. Let's get into it. Some beef, some drama all over the place. Rumoured new teams of Crimsix and Karma dropped off the OpTic team. You know, villain Crimsix returning. Some really exciting stuff here, given, you know, the legendary, the Dynasty OpTic team, Scump and Formal could be reuniting, but not alongside Crimsix and Karma. They may reunite and go elsewhere, and we could have one of the most epic rivalries in CoD history. Wouldn't it be fantastic? So, here we go. Intel Call of Duty tweets this. Let's see which pros are playing the beta with each other. So, very briefly, just to keep an eye on that, the next few days, Content Decimate announces himself as, you know, if anyone else is interested in inquiring him. But let's get on to the real stuff. Paris announced that, you know, they're gonna, this is their Call of Duty Twitter, so COD_Paris. A few things to chat through here just so we can get these things out of the way. Hastro NV says, you know, COD Rostermania is epic before proportions, etc, etc, etc. Here we go then. A clip is circulating on Reddit, as it did last night, of Crimsix allegedly saying OpTic's Los Angeles roster is the following: Scump, Dashi, TJ, and Formal, with maybe JCap as the fifth. Can't really tell what he says before JCap, but you know, we're talking about the lads he was playing CS with. One of them happened to be streaming. You'll see his Twitch link to the bottom of this clip I'm just about to show you guys if you guys want to check him out and follow him. So, incredible stuff, really. The fact that he happened to get into lobby with Crimsix, understood what was going on, and Crim was just in that mode where he wanted to talk about it. So, I'll play the clip now, and at the end of the clip, as Kroenke into Call of Duty as per Formal's entire reaction. I think Formal's reaction is quite telling.
So he said Formal, Tej, Seth, and Scump, right? No. Formal, Dashi, TJ, Formal,
TJ,
Scump.
Brandon, Formal said they'll stream.
But who's their
successively.
fifth?
Him. Oh
no,
no, I don't know.
Who's the fifth of that team?
Oh, I got dropped to JCap.
JCap? What?
Throwing smoke.
That is an odd choice.
To our right, it's Tyler. Oh, I got dropped to JCap.
JCap?
I think that is Crim, actually. Wow.
Here, right?
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
So he just wow, I think that is Crim, man. That is Crim. But I don't know what to tell you guys, like, I don't know, man.
I can't a fucking.
Going into a random CS game, giving intel to random CS kids? That's what he's doing right now? It's fake news, but still. That's what he's trying to do?
Hi, Tyler.
Back at the White House.
Crim should know better than that. Or not even know better than that. Crim should, I don't know, be better than that. If you're trying to spill intel to random people, you just want to tell people just things, then
Drop down.
that just makes it seem like you're salty, or that you fucking, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just going into league play, talking to kids, telling them shit, like if I got like dropped or whatever, I don't know. Sorry, Deserto, please just leave all this out. God damn it.
So Formal's reaction there, I think, is really interesting, because he seemed genuinely annoyed or genuinely very disappointed in what Crim was saying. There was also that bit where he was like, you know, Crim giving out intel to these random CS kids. Oh, of course, it's all fake news. It's not really intel. Like, that kind of thing he said there. And, yeah, maybe that implies that, well, maybe it actually is true. This would kind of make sense, right? From what we've been hearing the last few days, Scump and Formal getting back together, Scump, Dashi and TJ, it would kind of make sense. Of course, the interesting part is, why exactly does this team not want Crimsix on the team, and why is Karma not there, and why is JCap potentially there instead? You know, just imagine for a second that instead of JCap, you put Slasher on this team. Scump, Slasher, Dashi, TJ, Formal, like, we would be talking. But with JCab, it might be pretty interesting as well. If that is indeed the case, of course, nothing set in stone, all speculation, all rumours, but we enjoy those things, don't we? So there's another clip which I will play in just a second here. This is a clip from just before that exchange happened. So this is a screenshot. TJ, Brandon, Formal said they'll team if I'm not on it. Said later. What this implies, of course, is that TJ, Dashy, that's Brandon and Formal, wanted to be a team of 3. They wanted to play with Scump, but they didn't want to play with Crim. Therefore, Scump said, well, you know, why would I play with Crim when I've got an opportunity to play with TJ, Dashy and Formal, and has gone on to join them as a core 4, right? And that means who will be their 5th. That apparently is what's happening here, and I'll play a clip in just a second, which really tells a good story. I'm pretty sure Crimsix is to be believed here. Definitely sounds like him. Definitely sounds like it is him. And what he says effectively, well, I'll play the clip first and we'll talk about what he says.
Team.
Bro.
What?
Holy shit.
Wait. What about Karma? Is he just on his fucking own now?
Seth wanna play them.
But he didn't want to play with you.
Watch out. These boys have got a bit of an arse.
He didn't
They
want to
don't
set them
make
on
use
play
of
with you?
it. Deploying flashbang.
Teej, Brandon,
Throwing a
Formal didn't.
grenade.
Wow.
So what he says pretty much is that Scump didn't want to play with Karma, which has happened in the past in the World War II season, right? Where, you know, Scump was instrumental at least in getting rid of Karma from the team when they made that roster change, bringing in Methods and Octane. So it doesn't seem like Scumpy wants to play with Karma, and the other guys, Formal, Dashy and TJ, don't want to play with Crimsix. Maybe they don't mind Karma, whatever. Crimsix definitely gets along with Scump as far as I'm aware. But of course in Scump's position, if you've got the opportunity to either team with Crim or team with those 3 guys, pretty much a no-brainer. So that seems to be why Crimsix and Karma aren't on this team. And this is the statement that Crimsix comes out with just after. So after all this stuff went down, the dust kind of settled a little bit, Crimsix came out with this. 3 people colluded against me towards 2 of my best friends that I've known for over a third of my life. As far as I understand, 3 people colluded against me. This probably means TJ, Dashy, and Formal, I suppose, towards 2 of my best friends related to Scump and I believe Hector. Interesting why Hector is mentioned here, given that, well, we don't really know if he's having a talks really in this year's CDL, right? Rumored this team is going to be in the OpTic Los Angeles spot owned by Immortals. Why is Hector involved? Well, we'll have to see. They were given a 3 versus 1 ultimatum, effectively, saying that, well, either Scump teams with those 3 or he teams with Crimsix on a team that they have wanted to leave and have left in the past. 5 years of hard work helping build a brand that wasn't my own, that I was essentially forced out by other people other than Seth and Hector. This all happened at midnight and there was an important franchise meeting early the next day. I had about a couple of late night hours to throw together players and salaries to tell the players purse, etc. I don't know if the timing was a coincidence or planned, but this was pretty much impossible. Point is, I don't care that they did this and I'm not complaining. Well, okay, doesn't really seem like it, but fair enough. I'm pissed at the fact that they didn't even give Seth or Hector a reasonable choice. I didn't even ask Seth to pick between the 2 options. It would have been unfair to him. Without going into detail, it turns out that this was all for nothing too. Incredible statement here from Crimsix. Something that we'll probably have to read over a fair few times to really get a deeper understanding of exactly what's going on. So this is insane stuff, really, implying that the guys TJ, Dashy and Formal have, well, colluded is what he says here against him. Why exactly Hector involved is still yet to be determined, and it seems like Crimsix had something lined up, but because they decided to get rid of him, it seems, well, if that's the case, then it seems like that Crimsix is saying that he had something else lined up, but because they decided to tell him this information very close to a time he had something prepared to be organised, then he had a situation where it was almost impossible for him to sort out a team, or at least sort out the team he wanted to. Not sure what this final sentence means at all. I'd be really interested to hear what you guys think in the comment section below, because this really is madness, and it's just an insane time, to be honest, to see something like this coming out. Villain Crimsix is returning. This maybe kind of sums up the situation. Dashy and TJ looking at Crimsix, looking at Formal. Maybe that's the way we go here, and seen this as well. So on the Reddit, man, I just knew Seth wasn't the one screwing Krim, which has kind of been rumoured for a little bit. Scump said on Hector's podcast that Krim was his favourite teammate of all time because Krim believes in him. Anyone who said it was just Seth jumped to the conclusion. The robots called Scump and Hex, two of his best friends. So, incredible scenes. This is what we're talking about, though. For you, those of you guys who have been around a long time, may remember the Ghost days with Crimsix being on that Complexity team, on that Evil Geniuses team, pretty much one of the biggest villains in the scene. Went on to OpTic Gaming, of course, not a villain by any means. But now, it could be coming back in full force, right? Villain Crimsix. Who knows what type of teams these guys could put together? Could you imagine a team with like Crim, Karma, Aches? You put Clayster on there, maybe you put Slasher on there. Like, we're talking about some fierce rivalries. So we're going into this franchise system where we're not going to have organizations. Instead, we're going to have, you know, cities, which meant a lot of people, including me, were kind of skeptical if we're going to have the same rivalries, right? The OpTic versus Envy maybe isn't the same when they're called Los Angeles versus Dallas, for example. But if we get some teams like this and we get some old Dynasty OpTic players, you know, clashing, locking horns, right? It would be truly incredible stuff. So it's going to be insane what happens over the next few days and to see where this story develops. And I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. Before we finish then, I wanted to go over this. CDL Intel puts together all of these rumours. I probably will go back over this tomorrow because this is already towards the latter half of the video, which means that a lot of people have already clicked off and have gone to eat dinner or whatever the hell they're up to. So I'll probably go through this again tomorrow, but I wanted to touch on it at least now. These are the rumours. Atlanta, we've talked about this. Simp, Abizi, Celian, Priester, and Maniac is the rumour. He is apparently, Kroen, 100% confident in this. Seattle, interesting stuff here. Octane, Enable, Arcetes, Envoy, and Slacked. Now, Slacked did a tweet saying that he's signed for a team. You know, the similar thing to what I think Silly did yesterday. So, well, apparently this is a team. Octane, Enable from the 100 Thieves roster. Arcetes, of course, from the United World Championship squad. And really a mishmash of players, really. If this is a team, it would be incredible. But if Seattle is announced, which is likely or at least heavily rumoured, you know, this apparently lock this roster in, says Kroen. New York City, don't know the exact lineup, but these are the players he's heard. Attach, Zuma, Temp, Accuracy, and Zero. Also heard Kenny, but others said he isn't going there. Florida, don't know the exact lineup, but here are some names. Morks, Skies, Silly, Frosty, Bustini, GodRx, Apathy. Some of these guys went to another team, but I don't know which ones. OpTic LA, TJ and Dashi seem to be a team of 2, with Scump likely being their team of 3. So, you know, this is before the Crimsix whole saga happened, really. So apparently Formal is going to be in there, and okay, maybe this actually happened after, because he's mentioning JCap, which was said by Crimsix, and Kroen says that he hasn't actually heard that himself. So, you know, who knows? I'm sure Crimsix knows more than what's going on than Kroen does, piecing together rumours, but of course he does a fantastic job. I'll leave all this stuff linked down below. Dallas, haven't heard much in a while. Names like Ilian Shotzi popped up. Don't know if there's any truth to it. And to finish off the job here, the final ones. Toronto, no clue. Minnesota, no clue. Not much going on, but Scraps, Wiskin, and Dylan are a team of 3, I believe. Maybe with Alex too, because he said things were turning around for him. Notable players I've heard nothing on. Well, you know, the Crimsix situation, who knows what's going on there. JCap, Karma, exactly. So many big players that we don't know where they're going to land. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like if you did, subscribe if you're new as always. Leave all your thoughts down below. Crazy time ahead. Crazy day we've just had. And hopefully we can continue to have an entertaining time ahead of us. So yeah, like if you guys enjoyed, subscribe if you're new as always. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I'll see you next time.